And Hull City make 3 changes from the Reading defeat before the mid-season pause. Nathan Baxter is only on the bench after an injury woe which sent him back to Chelsea for treatment. And even though he has trained, Matt Ingram is given the nod for his 10th start of the season. A first start of the season for Sean McLaughlin. Tobias Figueiredo is dropped to the bench. Greaves stays on the left-hand side. Tyler Smith up top for only his 3rd start of the season. And Oscar Estepinian has to serve his 3rd and final game of suspension following his red card at Millwall. The team in full is Ingram in goal, Christie, Jones, McLaughlin and Greaves, Seri Woods, the 2 sitting defenders, Slater on the left, Longman on the right, Pelkas in the 10 position and Smith up top. Baxter, Coyle, Elder, Figueiredo, Tufan, Doherty and Sinek make the bench. Hull City will get on with their free kick. Seri did well to spot Doherty whilst Watford had a few forward. Christie moving in field. A little through ball now to Tyler Smith. What a chance. He tries to cut it across. And Caposelli has to slide in and turn it behind for a corner. Smith's eyes must have lit up inside the penalty area at that chance. It was a lovely little through ball by Christie. Smith getting away from his man and Caposelli across with an intelligent sliding tackle. Just wanted to make sure that ball went nowhere near Bachmann's goal. 0-0 is the score. As Ngakia on this right-hand side trying to play a ball down the line. Well won back by Ryan Longman. As appeals from the substitutes warming up for Watford that it went out of play, but nothing given by the linesman. Woods to McLaughlin. Back it goes towards Ingram, who's in the D of his penalty area. Into the centre for Ryan Woods in the middle of his own half. Ingram now coming out of his penalty area. Seri trying to chip it back to Alfie Jones. That was risky, very risky. Watford have it back in the final third. João Pedro into Davis. Little layoff to João Pedro, saved by Matt Ingram, and then Asprilla was sliding in at the back post. A few Watford fans thought that he was tripped in the process. I think he just lost his footing. And the ball's gone out of play by Liam Rossinia's technical area, and he is bellowing away, I assume, at Seri for such a risky ball. And the replay shows that it was in fact just a standard slip from the Colombian teenager. And the ball is worked to Kamara, into Cathcart. He's now gone for a more direct approach. He tried to pick out Hungbo inside the penalty area, but it was well watched by McLaughlin, who nods it down. Slater holding on to the ball as long as he can. Now Seri. Now would be the time to pass it back into his defence. He tries to hold on to it for a very long time, and Watford will try and draw a couple of players forward, but Hull City escape. Greaves, that's a clever ball behind the defence of Ngakia. Longman just waiting for the right time to take a touch, but it's well covered by Caposelli. Pedro trying to get back. Slater nips in. Longman trying to be helped out by Smith. Hull City have it high on the left-hand side. Slater will move away 20 yards from goal. He's going to strike through traffic, but it's well pouched by Bachmann. First piece of goalkeeping that he has had to do today. But Hull City winning the ball in a very good area. Big concern, of course, for the Tigers from the first half is that Dimi Pelkas limped off after just 8 minutes with a suspected knee injury after he went in to try and win the ball off Hamza Chaudhuri and both legs buckled together. Pelkas tried to keep moving, but pretty much a minute after play got back underway, he sensed that he wasn't going to be able to continue, and he knew that his afternoon was over. Haven't seen him at half-time take his place in the dugout. As Christie will try and play the ball forward to Doherty, and there's a bit of fortune as the ball is poked through to Tyler Smith. Big save from Bachmann right at the beginning of this second half. Christie's little through ball on the edge of the area had a deflection which was fortuitous to Hull City, and Doherty just poked it through to the right of the 6-yard box for Smith to have a go. João Pedro and Ken Sema are both over this, both stutter. Pedro delivers, it's headed, but it came off Christie's head. It was quite strong, and it's a simple header. And Sema, with his left arm in the air, will deliver. It's gone past one man in yellow, but it could pop nicely for João Pedro. What a save that is from Matt Ingram at his left-hand post. No wonder he's getting high fives and fist bumps. That's a massive save from Matt Ingram. It was a slice at first. João Pedro then turned from 15 yards, and Ingram made a smart stop, getting right across. João Pedro in possession, spots Sema, who's got a bit of space on the left side of the penalty area. He cuts it across. Ingram with a big save on the follow-up. That time Watford can't make a significant connection, and Ingram starting to earn his weekly paycheck even more. Watford have got a man down, just checking to see who it is. I think it's Asprilla who's down, but play goes on because the Watford man is out of the pitch, and the shot coming in from 20 yards is deflected behind, so it's going to be a corner. Matt Ingram on just his 10th start. He would have equalled his number of times on the bench in comparison to last year if he'd been named there again, but Baxter is in his place after Ingram's work whilst out on the continent. It's with Ozan Tufan, links up nicely with Longman. Tufan now, he drags a couple of men in yellow shirts away from him, tries to draw a foul in the centre of Watford's half. Seri then comes in. Now Watford thought there was a foul. Hull City are in the area. Tufan's blasted over the top. Christie just rolled it into his path, and from 12 yards Tufan should hit the target, and he hasn't. Watford's frustrations and pleads of protest were for a free kick. They felt Seri in the build-up had shoved his man over. Christie put it on a plate for Tufan. A reminder that 3 of the back 4, all except McLaughlin, are on yellow cards for Hull City, as we've got 25 minutes of normal time left to go. Watford 0, Hull City 0 at the moment on this Sunday afternoon in the darkness. Christie into the area now. Tufan, he just was in a little hole. Greaves takes it on from range, and sadly it was more of a centre-half's effort because it went over the top of the crossbar. He struck it sweetly enough, and it probably would have been the goal of his career if it had rattled the back of the net. But I think Tufan will be disappointed that he didn't control it as well as he should. Ozan Tufan, ball has popped, I think, towards Seri. He was trapped under his feet, Tufan. Free kick goes the way of Watford, and then Watford try and get on with it quickly. Hull City intercepted it, but Dean Whitestone blew again, because I don't think he was happy with the positioning of where the free kick had come from. Didn't really matter because Hull City just won it back again, just like they do there. Seri on halfway. Now then, can Hull City counter? Christie gets away from João Pedro, man to his right in Jones. Christie into the area, big save from Bachmann. He just had his body behind it. It was one of those where he just had to parry it away and make sure it stayed away from the Austrians' goal. Cyrus Christie with a big chance. Manage getting arms all over him by Figueiredo. McLaughlin now having a nibble as Keenan Davis then reacts very angrily indeed. McLaughlin just walks away from it. They look at each other, the Irishman and the 24-year-old forward, who's obviously getting frustrated now, but he actually grabbed McLaughlin there by the chest, shoved him away. Tensions running high momentarily for the striker and the centre-half. Brilliant, underestimated defensive work there from Hull City. Will be another throw-in for Watford. João Pedro is screaming at those in the penalty area to offer some movement as the ball is played in. Sema just steps back out of the penalty on that left side. João Pedro stands one up into the penalty area, headed away by the Tigers. Nkakia now to Asprilla, bit of a loose touch, tries to play it through. Danger is not over here, and the ball will find the armpit of Christie. Then the ball is in, but Manage has somehow from 6 yards slotted it wide of the target. Nearly everyone in that stand to my left-hand side was up on their feet. There was appeals for handball on the edge of the area as Sema tried to pick out a man in yellow. And how has the number 9 of Watford missed that?